Well, it's billed on the programme as being the rerun of the 2004 Berks Bonanza. Of course, the North Berks Club tried to run this event on the 3rd of May, but unfortunately due to the inclement weather then, it was all called off at the last minute. And they've slotted a date into the diary, which I think has worked superbly well, because there's very little else on in the country today, and it's guaranteed them a superb entry. We've got a great lineup in the solo and a great lineup in the sidecars. It is a title that they all want to win. We look back through the history books and it's one of the longest running events of national status. And I think that puts an interesting twist on it, because when I look at the circuit and watch them practising, I think what I can say is it's a true grass track. Now, there's a comment in the programme about this lovely new venue. We know the North Berks Club run big international events. We've had some fantastic series. We've had all the Dalton Barrett's meetings. I remember the Eden track and everything else. But this one is a little bit different. It's shaped on a camber, if you like. And watching them in practice and remembering things from last year, I know that the racing is going to be nip and tuck. And I think that with the calibre of entry we've got, it guarantees superb racing. But who am I to say? We'll see what happens as we welcome you to the North Berks Bonanza. Well, obviously we're trying to have a word with as many riders as we can, but Lewis Denham, I'm going to ask you first of all, we've been out for practice. What do you make of that circuit?
First time on it. It was quite bumpy and slick in patches, but yeah, second time it was getting a lot better.
I mean, the club have returned to this track for the second year. A lot of the riders were saying from last year that it was almost a true grass track. I mean, we do get used to seeing the big grass tracks being super smooth, almost speedway tracks.
Yeah.
This is going to take a bit more riding, isn't it?
Well, yeah, like I say, I haven't rode this track before. I wasn't old enough last year, but yeah, today should be a good meeting, I think.
Yeah, I think it should. I mean, we've got a good lineup of riders, but I mean, season so far. I mean, I've seen you have some good rides.
Yes, last week was a good one at Astra Club. Making the top 6 at Collier Street was an improvement for me, so it's good.
Ah, fantastic. Now, I think from where I've been sitting, I've been seeing you go well, so fingers crossed for today. All the best.
Let's see if I win it.
Yeah. Well, of course, one man I had to have a word with in the pits this morning. Jeremy Doncaster, what do you make it out of there?
Yeah, it's pretty much like the shape as it was last year, and yeah, it's a little bit wet at the moment, but no doubt with the lovely weather we've got today, it's going to dry out. So yeah, at the moment we're just keeping a check on what they're doing out there and making sure we've got gearing right for the day.
Excellent. Well, I mean, obviously you mentioned the weather there. I mean, it is nice to see a bit of sunshine. This is effectively the rerun of this event. It was rained off earlier in the year, but I know using the track for the first time last year, they said that it was a true grass track because it's a bit sort of up and down. It's on a camber, all this sort of thing.
That's right. You've got off camber going into turn 3, but you've got a choice of 2 lines going into that corner. You can go on the inside and go over a couple of whoop-de-woos, or you can and come out on the line out of turn 4, or you can go in high and miss the whoop-de-woos and make a sharp turn to come up the inside off 4, so you miss the whoop-de-woos going over the start and finish line. So there's several lines you can choose if you like, sort of like undulating land, or if you like the smooth way round.
You put a good explanation on it, because what I was saying earlier was that I think it's going to create some good racing, because there is a choice of lines, and it could be good.
Yeah.
But the thing I've got to ask you is, I'm hearing mentioned now this might be your last season of track racing.
Yeah, that's right. I've sort of said I packed up Speedway a couple of years ago, and I am actually due for a farewell meeting from the Speedway authorities, which will probably be at Ipswich early next year. And I did say that I'd just have a couple of years on the grass and that'll be it. So this is it. This is the final year, and yeah, it's sad, but you can't ride around forever. And I do thoroughly enjoyed it. Have enjoyed it, but just glad that I can do these sort of meetings, because quite often I remember missing the Berks when it was always on a bank holiday Monday for Speedway commitments. Sometimes I had to miss the final, rush off the final to go and ride for Reading in the evening. It's quite bizarre, but that part of the schedule's sort of over now, and now it's to look forward to to do normal things at a weekend, just for a change.
No, well, I'm sure there's many out there that are going to say they'd be sorry to miss you, but you've had a great career, and you've given us a lot of good entertainment. So for that, I think on behalf of the fans, I'd say a big thank you. And
thanks very much.
To get a lot of us up there for your farewell meeting up in Ipswich.
Lovely. Thanks very much.
Cheers, Ed. Cheers, mate.
Thanks a lot.
Well, I think I'll stay on the theme that I've been talking about with all the other guys, but Gary Palmer, I want to have a quick word with you, because one of the things we're looking at is this track is dare I say, uneven, it's cambers, it's on the side of a hill, could suit a true grass tracker.
Yeah, it's. I thought it was going to be a little bit too rough, because as you well know, for the last couple of 3 weeks I've had problems with my right knee. But going out there, I went out a bit steady in the first one. It's on the side of a hill and it's riding very well. I think just keep the power on, and hopefully it's going to ride. It's going to ride the same for everybody else. I'd like to thank everybody at the North Berks Club, because they're putting a real good show here. Really have. Nice venue and good for the spectators on the hill.
Yeah, absolutely. And Gary, I think what I've got to touch on really is it's like, as far as a crew is concerned, you're returning to the sport now. You had quite a few years out. How's it working out?
Well, it's working out very good. I've got my son here, Craig. He's like just 18 now. Ross, the mechanic, and he's 15 now, and hopefully he'll be able to take over next year. Craig take the bars. Yeah, it's going well. I wouldn't be able to do it without all these supporters on the side of the van. Yeah, very good. Enjoying it, and love to be back.
Well, that's what it's all about, Gary, and I mean, I'm pleased to hear there's some other plans for the future as well.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you, Jim.
Thanks. Well, I think I'll stay on the theme that I've been talking to most of the riders about. It's really a true grass track out there, isn't it, Richard?
Yeah, it's a little bit on the choppy side, but I think we're getting used to it. Bike seems to be coping with it, and so do we. So hopefully have a good day.
Oh, that's excellent. I think really, it seems crazy that we're already into August. This is a return to the sport for you this season. You had that full season out. But it doesn't seem like there's been that many meetings, really, does it?
No, we've had a lot of meetings recently in the Kent area, because we've still been travelling up and down the M25 for most of our life at the moment. But we haven't had too bad a ride, so hopefully we'll improve on that a little bit today.
Oh, excellent. I mean, this event obviously has got a lot of history to it. There's a lot of people have done the winning here. I think, as I say, coming back to this track, last year it was a new venture for the club. I mean, we're used to North Berks Club having these big open circuits at the barracks and all the rest of it, but this is a little bit different. And I think, what a lot of people are saying to me is it's going to be a grass tracker that will win it.
Yeah, I think it's a rider's track, possibly, and not a racer's track.
Let's put another spin on it.
Yeah, I think, like I say, it is a traditional grass track. We've all enjoyed up at the airfield, but obviously that's not going to happen again for a moment.
It doesn't look like it.
But yeah, this is good. Looking forward to it.
Excellent. And Kev, I've got to bring you in quickly. Glad to be back.
Yeah, it's good to be back riding again. I say it's going to be a bit harder for the passengers today. Going to have to work a bit to keep the bike steady, but we'll see how it goes.
Well, absolutely. Very best of luck, guys. Good to see you again.
Thanks, Jim.
Cheers.
Thanks.
The senior programme was 148, Rob Winterburn and Tristan Winterburn. And good to see Rob Wilson here. We'll see what that Suzuki power can do on this circuit. And number 92, a guy that's really on form at the moment, it's Liverpool Whitelam and Kevin Jones. Do a lot of travelling to pursue their sport, and at the moment going very, very well. One replacement is number 99, Trevor Colvin. So Trevor Colvin coming in as a replacement rider. Ian McCauley, I can see going past me, outfit number 50. Outfit number 4, pursuing Speedway at the moment as well as his grass track. Originally a solo rider, but great to see him on 3 wheels. Peter Lloyd and Tony Baisby. Well, I don't think it's any understatement that I can say that we really have got some great sidecar racing going on at the moment. I think today you're in for a bit of a treat. Number 183 goes past me, that's Ian Lee Amos and Paul Phillips. Had a good ride down at the Astra Club's meeting near Dover. Number 184 is John Hiscock and Simon Wall. Outfit number 13. That's the outfit of John Halsey and Jason Glenie. Change of number this afternoon for Matt Tyrrell and Sean Yates. They'll be riding as number 96. Colin, can I drag you in now? Because I'm joined this afternoon by Colin Martin. Colin, you're going to be looking after the solos for us this afternoon, I understand.
That's correct, Jim. Thank you very much. The solos coming round on parade. Rob Porch in the first round. John Pepper coming round. Number 7, Jamie Rodgers. Jeremy Doncaster. Of course, his last season we've got some sidecars as well, Jim. So if you want to finish off your sidecars, I'll pick the solos next time round.
Well, as I say, if you can pick the ball up, because I can see Gary Palmer has gone past me, Richard Thomas riding number 60 this afternoon, and as you mentioned, Gary Palmer, but you've got a whole flood of solo boys coming out now.
Right, Sean Buckley is just going by now, and riding number 23, Wayne Barrett goes past, 71, Scott Finlayson, number 2, Mark Woods, 153, number 30, Richard Horn. I see Richard here, Paul Cooper, should really be amongst the solos top men this afternoon. 52, Martin Williams, 170, Mark Taylor, number 20, Craig Smith, 58, Mark Chilman, number 8, Vince Kinchin, 17, Gareth Hickman, 173, Neil Taylor, and then sidecar number 93, just looking over your shoulder, Andy Simons and John Richards, sidecar number 93. Another thing virtually does complete the parade for solos and sidecars this afternoon. Race 2, Jamie Rodgers, Daniel Winterton, Gareth Hickman, Sean Bickley, Dave Mark Chilman, Tim Kernock, Richard Smith, working all the way around the outside. Mark Chilman dives to the inside as Winterton leads at the back straight the first time. Rodgers moves round the outside and moves through into leading position. It's Rodgers who leads it, and Winterton in second place. The good stuff going on for the third, fourth and fifth places as Jamie Rodgers are clear leaders. They come by us for the first time, and Daniel Winterton is in second place. 17, Gareth Hickman is in fourth, Mark Chilman is in five. That's the top five as they go down that back straight once again. Jamie Rodgers starting to build himself a good lead over Daniel Winterton in second place. Still Dave Durham in third, coming under tremendous pressure now as they go into that pits corner once again. It's Rodgers with a clear lead, completing lap number 2. From Winterton still there in second. Durham is up to third. Relegated Hickman to fourth. Chilman's in 5. Sean Bickley's in 6. Tim Kernock is in 7. That's the 7. As Jamie Rodgers has time to look over his shoulder, clearly going down that back straight once again. It's still Winterton holding the second place. Now coming under pressure for that second place position as Jamie Rodgers leads them on to last lap. It's a good scrap for them on the way to Daniel Winterton still hanging on to that second place. The Gareth Hickman in third, Dave Durham in fourth, Mark Chilman in 5, Sean Bickley 6, Tim Kernock in 7. As they go to the back straight once again, then Rodgers clear leader. Still it's tight for second, third and fourth places. But it looks like number 7, Jamie Rodgers, going to pick up the race winning. Race number 2, Jamie Rodgers wins race number 2. Second is going to be Daniel Winterton. The third place goes to Gareth Hickman. Fourth is Dave Durham. Fifth, Mark Chilman. 6, Sean Bickley. And 7, Tim Kernock. Race 2, win for number 7, Jamie Rodgers gets to 10 points. Second, number 16, Daniel Winterton gets 8 points. And third, number 17, Gareth Hickman gets 6 points. 47 gets 5 points. 58, 4 points. 45, 3 points. And 726, 2 points. Winner's time, 1 minute 30.41. 1 minute 30.41. Race 6 on the line. Jeremy Doncaster, Wayne Barrett, Richard Hall, Rob Fortune, Julian Pibbs, Jason Nimitz, Scott Broad and Mark Taylor. Also moving into second place position as they go up the back straight for the first time. It looks cleared up that back straight. Mark Taylor holds that second place. Jeremy Doncaster working his way through. Richard Hall also comes in contention. And four abreast for that second place going into that pits corner. Spectacular engine coming off that pits corner. But it's number 23, Wayne Barrett, the lead. They come back to first time for Richard Hall in second. Jeremy Doncaster drops back to fifth place. They go into that back straight once again. Barrett leads. Richard Hall trying to close the gap there in second place. Mark Taylor's dropped back to fourth place. Jeremy Doncaster surprising back in fifth place. Looks like Rob Fortune's working his way through into that third place position. As they come off that pitch bend once again, it's still Barrett who leads it, but Hall in second. It's Fortune in third. Doncaster in 5. 73, Phillips in 6th place, that's the top 6, they go in the back straight once again, and tremendous pressure there by Richard Hall, has been inserted on the leader as he goes in the back straight. Richard Hall dives through on the inside of Wayne Barrett. Rob Fortune still hanging on to that third place position, coming off that pitch bend once again. It's Hall who leads it, and Barrett trying to come through on the inside line. Hall leads it, and Barrett in second, Fortune in third, Doncaster third, Taylor is in 5. 73 is in 5th. in 6th place. Scott Broad in 7th they go. Then the back straight once again. Richard Hall starting to pull away in the front in race number 3 from Wayne Barrett in 2nd place. Rob Fortune trying to close the gap in 3rd place position. Spectacular leg trailing action there from Richard Hall who wins race number 3. 2nd is Wayne Barrett. 3rd place, good ride for Rob Fortune. Jeremy Doncaster in 4th. Mark Taylor in 5. Phillips in 6. And Scott Broad in 7th place. Win for number 30, Richard Hall picks up the 10 points. Second, number 23, Wayne Barrett gets 8 points. And third, number 51, Rob Fortune gets 6 points. Number 6 gets 5 points. 170 gets 4 points. 73, 3 points. 150, 2 points. And 112, 1 point. Winning time, 1 minute 31.78. 1 minute 31.78. Race 4, Scott Wilson, non-starter. Also number 5, Matt Everington is also a non-starter. Scott Millicent right on the inside, Blackbourn on the inside for race number 4. Away they go. Making a good stop there to go in that top corner for the first time, but Neil Taylor's found a way through, and Neil Taylor leads into the back straight for the first time, coming under pressure, going down that back straight. Vince Kinchin got the 4th place, looking for the 3rd place, and gets to the 3rd, but loses that 3rd place again, drops back to 4. It's all actually going up. Vince got Neil Taylor holding the inside line, but number 42, Shane Colvin, trying to down the outside second, but Colvin in second, Cooper is in 3rd. Kinchin in 4 and Taylor gets past there by 42. Shane Colvin again going to that back straight. Once again Colvin's got round the outs of Taylor. Kinchin's now moved through into 3rd place. As Colvin leads him, the Taylor in 2nd, Kinchin in 3rd. That's the top 3 as they complete lap number 2 of race number 4. Colvin leads him from Taylor in 2nd, Kinchin in 3rd, Cooper is in 3rd, Bush in 5. 71 Scott Millicent in 6th place, that's the 6. They go to the back straight once again. Colvin slowly but surely is pulling away the front. Neil Taylor now coming to pressure from Vince Kinchin. A good scrap for 2nd and 3rd places. And it is Shane Colvin leads them onto the last lap then from Vince Kinchin, who's alongside Neil Taylor. Gets to move through to 2nd place. Taylor's trying to get on the inside. But Kinchin's got the quicker line round the outside. He's starting to close the gap on Shane Colvin as they go to the back straight for the 4 time. Could be an interesting last corner as Colvin leads it from the fast closing. Kinchin in 2nd place. Taylor dropping back in 3rd. It's going to be Shane Colvin that wins race number 4. 2nd is Vince Kinchin. 3rd place goes to Neil Taylor. 4th is Thomas Cooper. Mark Woods gets the 5th. And Scott Finlayson in 6th place. .42 Shane Colvin picks up the 10 points. 2nd number 8 Vince Kinchin, he gets the 8 points. And 3rd 173 Neil Taylor with 6 points. 153 gets 5 points. Number 2 gets 4 points. 71 gets 3 points. Winner's time 1 minute 32.18. 1 minute 32.18. Back to Jim for the first race of the sidecars.
Thanks, Colin, and indeed the little bit of last-minute practice for Matt Fumarola and Andy Wilson. I understand they had problems during practice, and perhaps I should take the opportunity to remind you, really, for the solo racing, you should be using the insert, not your programs. Now, we do go back to the programme for sidecars, as although there's a few changes, I think we can cope with them, but the club did do a little insert that you should all have received with your programmes, and I would suggest you stick with that for the solo racing. So I hope that clears all that up. It promises to be a fantastic weekend. On the Saturday they've got 250, 350, 1000cc left-handers, plus the 500 international practice, the Schwanker exhibition moped speedway. On the Sunday, of course, most of the attention will be on the 500cc international sidecars, but they've also got 1000cc right-hand sidecars and the Essex Air Ambulance helicopter display. So a big weekend, and we wish the club the very best of luck holding that European final. So it's the Berks Bonanza. We start with the first race for the sidecars this afternoon. Together going into that first turn. John Hitchcock has made the best of it, though, as they break towards the middle of the bend. John Halsey is the elected to go for an inside line to try and get underneath those front three. It's Matt Fumarola that's trying to push around the outside, and he's certainly pushing John Hiscock hard into that second bend. And he's taken, I mentioned earlier that there could be some very different lines around this circuit, and in the very first sidecar we're seeing it already. Matt Fumarola taking a wide, fast line. John Hiscock trying to hug the inside flag. Ian Lee Amos is the rider in third place, who's looking to see what mistakes are made in front of him. He'll then be able to capitalise, but it's Matt Fumarola and Andy Wilson that look to have the advantage now as they come round past us for the second time. They lead as John Hiscock has got to change the issue. John Halsey back in fourth place at the moment. Bit of a gap to fifth place Dave Steer and then Trevor Colvin. But nice to see that John Halsey possibly has engine problems sorted out. I'm sure there'll be some tweaking after this one to get the gearing a little bit better, or whatever they adjust as they go into the last lap. It is Matt Fumarola and Andy Wilson that really do look to have this one. John Hiscock starting to come under pressure from Ian Lee Amos as they go into that bottom turn. I'm sure he can now hear the engine behind him. Ian Lee Amos and Paul Phillips still there in that third place, but closing all the time. Checkered flag it is then for the first time for the Sidecars this afternoon, and the wheels go to Matt Fumarola and Andy Wilson. John Hiscock hangs on to that second place, Ian Lee Amos in third, and John Glenie. But if we look at race 5, the result is a win for outfit number 5, that's Matt Fumarola and Andy Wilson. Second place number 184, John Hiscock and Simon Wall. Third place number 183, Ian Lee Amos and Paul Phillips. Fourth place number 13, John Halsey and Jason Glenie. Fifth place number 99, Trevor Colvin. And sixth place number 17, Dave Steer. 137.79 was the winning time, 137.79. So first time out, a win for number 5, Matt Fumarola and Andy Wilson. So, race 6 in your programme, a couple of changes. I mentioned when I went through the list of riders, no Rick McCauley, it is outfit 50, Ian McCauley. Steve Maitland, number 88, comes in to take the place of 14, Clive Stoneman. And Paul Whitelam and Kevin Jones on the line. Andy Simmons, passengered by Jason Barry. Get underway, it is Paul Whitelam, I think, that's made the best of it from the start. They get into that first turn, he's got Ian McCauley right now with him as they go out of that first bend. Paul Whitelam loses the back wheel a little bit, but he's still got the speed on. And they're all starting to close up in that second place now as they come off that second bend for the first time. Paul Whitelam certainly got the lead. Andy Sullivan up into that second place. It was Ian McCauley that had second, and he's now got it back again. Andy Simon and Jason Barry sitting there in third place, pushing all the time, trying to get that second. Well, they might have been given a gap on the inside, but they weren't going quick enough to be able to take advantage of it. And while those two are scrapping it out for second, Paul Whitelam and Kevin Jones getting away. Once again, you can see that Andy Simon's trying to get up in that inside. He's got a gap there as he forced a gap. Well, he goes back onto the circuit and he's almost losing third place there. I think he went off the track, but he's had no advantage from it. So I wonder if the clerk of the course will let that one go. He's in fact lost a place as well. Simmons has worked his way through. So Myles Simmons forced to go tight on that bottom third. Ian McCauley trying to keep the door shut. And Myles Simmons it is that's trying to force his way through into that second, and I think he's made it. Well, he had to work hard. He missed the start completely. He's come all the way through the field, but he's now got himself up in the second. Very comfortable win for Paul Whitelam and Kevin Jones. But it is going to be Myles Simmons that takes the second place. Ian McCauley in third. Andy Simons in fourth. Changing things around, they decided that he's going to be on the back of Colin Blackbourn. We'll get it right by the end of the day. A win for number 92. In second, number 9, Myles Simmons and Dave Hogan. In third place, number 50, Ian McCauley and Phil Stoneman. Fourth place is 93, Andy Simons and Jason Barry. Fifth place, number 25, Colin Blackbourn and Paul Whitelam Jr. And sixth place, number 88. The winning time, 136.72, 136.72. As we now move to race 7. And the only change here is no Rob Bradley. He's replaced by number 52. 52 is Andy Robson. I mentioned to you earlier that if anybody in the pits is interested, Andy Robson's outfit will be up for sale at the end of the season. They get underway. Gary Palmer has made a very good start into that first turn. He looks to have the line. I can see Ivor Matthews going all the way around the outside, and he might have got it coming out of the bend. He's quick, but Gary Palmer is still there on the inside of him. Gary Jackson in third place at the moment, have his own little battle for that third place. But the front two together as they go into that top turn. Once again, you can see the different lines around these bends. Ivor Matthews and Mick Stace out in front though. Gary Palmer still there in second place, and Craig. And it looks like Peter Lloyd and Terry Madley have hit problems on that first lap. They pulled out on the top of the turn. Gary Jackson has hit problems as well. He moved into the centre green. So a rather depleted field as Ivor Matthew, last year's winner, looking to hang on to the title. And it's fascinating actually, if you look at the back of the programme through the history of this event. The clerk of the course here this afternoon has the best record in the sidecars. He's won it 5 times before. Alan Blewett and John Blewett won it 3 times. Last year was the first year that Ivor Matthews had won this event. He's perhaps looking at, and just as I say that, I can see the arms going in the air. They're still on the last lap, and Ivor Matthews pulls up as well. So we really have been hit by the mechanical gremlins in this one. We've got Gary Jackson in the centre green. We've got now Ivor Matthews going very, very slowly. He pulls off into the centre green as well. But let's not take it away from Gary Palmer. He takes a win first time out. So race 7, it was a win for outfit number 18. That's Gary Parmiter and Craig Parmiter. They were followed home in second by outfit number 52, Andy Robson. Those in fact are the only 2 classified finishers. And Peter Lloyd unlucky there to hit problems earlier on, didn't complete sufficient race distance. The winning time 140.66, 140.66. So only 2 outfits feature in the results, 18 and 52. We move on to race 8. And I suppose I shouldn't really tempt fate, but of course one of the things about 4 qualifying rides is in theory you can drop 1 ride. So whether Gary Jackson and indeed the defending title holders Ivor Matthews can make up for that one bad result, we'll wait to see. Last of the first leg rides, and a very strong competitive lineup in this one. While they get underway, I can't see anybody making the advantage. Duncan Tolhurst perhaps on the inside. Duncan Tolhurst it is, with the Australian Rob Patterson cheering for him. Richard Thomas has elected to go the long way round. He's seen what Ivor Matthews did in the one before. He stayed out wide. Duncan Tolhurst holding the inside flags. Richard Thomas being forced to stay on the outside of his sidecar. Those 2 together as they come off that top turn go down past me. Slotting into third place is outfit number 48, Rob Winterburn. Rob Winterburn very, very close. Richard Thomas trying to bring the outfit in and get a faster line round that bottom turn. Chases Duncan Tolhurst up the back straight. And Rob Wilson at the moment not showing anything as he's at the back of the field. And he's being forced to go wide as well. Matt Tyrrell's not going to be an easy competitor to get past for Rob Wilson. 5 very quick outfits out there at the moment, all jostling for positions, but Duncan Tolhurst and Rob Patterson look to have the best of it. Richard Thomas still there in that second. And he's forcing Rob Winterburn to try the wide line. I wonder if that's going to create gaps on the inside of Rob Winterburn. Either Rob Wilson or Matt Tyrrell to take advantage of. Rob fighting to get in front of Richard Thomas, tries to close the door as he comes out of the bend. And it all gets very close. Look at the way Matt Tyrrell's being pushed on by Rob Wilson. They look as if they're going to make a challenge on Richard Thomas. Both of them go round the outside as they get into that top bend. Richard Thomas knows they're there. He brings the power back on as they come across the line. Duncan hangs on to it. Rob Winterton gets second, Richard Thomas in third, and Matt Tyrrell's hit problems in that last bend. He pulls off into the centre green. But that's the sort of sidecar racing we're going to be seeing this afternoon. So, race 8 then concludes the first leg ride for the sidecars as we see a win first time out for outfit number 74, Duncan Tolhurst and Rob Patterson. Second place number 48, Rob Winterburn and Tristan Winterburn. Third place number 60, Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley. Fourth place 24, Rob Wilson and Ian Whale. Fifth place number 96, that's Matt Tyrrell and Sean Yates. The winning time was 1:37.16, as I quickly now move out the way and hand you back to Colin for the second leg of the solo.
Thank you very much, Jim. Don't forget to go back to the supplement in your programme. The supplement in your programme for the solo racing. 2 non-starters, race 9, number 5, Matt Edrington, number 33, Richard Smith, the non-starters. Diego Ross on the outside with the first Martin Williams slips from the inside. Craig Smith comes from the inside as well. But Williams leads with Doncaster, looking for a move round the outside of Doncaster. Gets round the outside of Williams. They go in the back straight for the first time. Then Rodgers back in third place. They're really bunching up against the minor places. But Jeremy Doncaster looking for the victory in this race. Number 9 leads them complete on that one. But Martin Williams in second. Jeremy Rodgers in third. Sean Smith in fourth. Craig Smith in 5. Jason Newitt in 6. That's the 6. They go in the back straight once again. And Jeremy Doncaster back, I think, in 4th place is only right. Needs a winning ride this time. Martin Williams trying to close the gap in 2nd place. Jamie Rodgers definitely closing up on the leading 2. He holds to 3rd place the moment as they complete lap number 2 there. Doncaster leads it for Williams in 2nd. Rodgers in 3rd. Bickley in 4th. Smith in 5. Newitt in 6. The leaders down the back straight once again. Jeremy Doncaster pulling away from Martin Williams, who's got the same distance over Jamie Rodgers. Equal distance between the top 3. They move into that 6th corner once again and come on to start. Lap 4 then. Doncaster looks over his shoulder. He's got 20 yards and Williams in 2nd. Rodgers got 3rd. Bickley and Smith scrapping it out for 4th and 5th. Newitt is in 6th. And the main scrap is for that 4th and 5th place. Sean Bickley with the advantage at the moment. We look at the leaders going into the pits corner. 40 full time. Big effort by Jamie Rodgers right round the outside of Martin Williams as Jeremy Doncaster picks up his first winning ride of the afternoon. It's tied for 2nd, but it's just Martin Williams from Jamie Rodgers in 3rd place. Craig Smith's gone through into 4th. Sean Bickley in 5. And Jason Newitt is 6th place. Race 9, a win for number 6, Jeremy Doncaster. 2nd, number 52, Martin Williams. And 3rd, number 7, Jamie Rodgers. Then 20, 45 and 112. Winner's time, 1:29. 1:29.41. 1:29.41. Race 10, Paul Cooper. Richard Hall winner first time out. Paul Cooper got a good 2nd place. Shane Colvin also winner first time out. They set the tapes in for race number 10. Shane Colvin's not particularly quick away. Richard Hall slips through into that 2nd place position as Cooper leads them down the back straight for the first time. It's Colvin in 2nd place. Looks like Tim Kernock has pushed his way to the field as well as they go into that 5th corner on lap number 1. Paul Cooper with the advantage. Richard Hall in 2nd place. That's a leading 2 as they come by us for the first time. It's 42 in 6th place. Shane Colvin in 6th. They go in the back straight once again. Cooper leads it, but Hall trying to close the gap in 2nd. Cooper's got the 3rd from Kinchin in 4. That's the top 4 coming off that pits corner once again. Then Paul Cooper determined to pick up a running ride this time. Richard Hall got the 2nd place. 7, that's the top 7 with Tim Kernock in 8th place. They get a little bit spread out now, going to that back straight. Once again, Paul Cooper increases a little bit of time over Richard Hall in that 2nd place position. Thomas Cooper still holds a 3rd, but Vince Kinchin gets closer in 4 as they move on to 4. And Cooper leads from Hall in 2nd. Thomas Cooper in 3rd, Kinchin in 5, Durham in 6, Wood 7, Kernock in 8, that's the 8 in race number 10 as they go to that back straight once again. Paul Cooper still with the advantage from Richard Hall in 2nd. Vince Kinchin again trying to close the gap on Thomas Cooper, and that's scrap for 3rd place as Paul Cooper picks up his first winning ride of the afternoon. 2nd there is Richard Hall. 3rd place just goes to Thomas Cooper, then Vince Kinchin in 4, Shane Colvin in 5, Dave Durham in 6, Mark Woods in 7, and Tim Kernock in 8th place. Race 10 then, a win for number 11, Paul Cooper. 2nd number 30, Richard Hall. And 3rd, 153, Thomas Cooper. Then 8, 42, 47, 2, and 726. Winner's time, 1 minute 29 exactly. 1 minute 29 exactly. Race 11, John Pepper, Dave Rumsey, Gareth Hickmott, John Weeks, Mark Chilman, Scott Finlayson, Lewis Denham first event, and David G. Jarrett, number 115. Lewis Denham on the inside lane, get a good start. Dave Rumsey makes the second start. Outside of Lewis Denham slips on the inside, Dave Rumsey going for speed round the outside, and Rumsey comes alongside Denham. Denham comes back on the inside, these two shoulder to shoulder, going down the back straight for the first time, and Rumsey leads it, but Denham in 2nd place. That's Mark Chilman's holding the 4th place position, and we'll pick them out as they come by us for the first time then. It's Rumsey who leads it, and Denham in 2nd, 17 is in 3rd place, Gareth Hickmott in 3rd, Mark Chilman is in 4, John Pepper is in 5, Weeks in 6, that's the 6, as they go to the back straight once again, still Rumsey with advantage. Denham trying to close that gap, spectacular action, but Lewis Denham round the outside on that mid corner, Dave Rumsey holding the inside line, Lewis Denham coming right round the outside, and together they complete it, with Rumsey on the inside, Denham round the outside, Hickmott in 3rd, Chilman in 4, Pepper's in 5, Weeks in 6, that's the top 6, we look at that scrap at the front, and Lewis Denham's found a way round the outside of Dave Rumsey, and Denham leads into the pits corner on lap number 3, running away from Rumsey. His 2nd place, still Hickmott in 3rd. Tremendous ride again by Lewis Denham, looking to make it 2 to 2 in the heat. Rumsey to in 2nd, Hickmott in 3rd, Chilman in 4, Pepper is in 5, Weeks in 6. Devin Jarrett in 7th, and Scott Finlayson in 8th place as the leader. Lewis Denham down the back straight once again. Looks like it could be the only rider to be on beaten in the opening 2 heats of solo action. And it's a 2nd win for number 81, Lewis Denham. 2nd is Dave Rumsey. 3rd is Gareth Hickmott. 4th is Mark Chilman. 5th, John Pepper. 6th, John Weeks. 7th, Barrett. And 8th, Scott Finlayson. Race 11 then, a win for number 81, Lewis Denham. 2nd, number 10, Dave Rumsey. And 3rd, number 17, Gareth Hickmott. Then 58, 3, 46, 115 and 71. Winner's time 1 minute 30.44. 1 minute 30.44. Race 12, number 74, Scott Wilson is a non-starter. At 150, Scott Broad replaces Matt Reed. Wayne Barrett 2nd place in his first outing. Mark Taylor also picked up a 2nd place in his first outing. Brother Neil is in this one as well. I'll say number 150, Scott Barrett, the replacement for Matt Reed in this one, and number 74, Scott Wilson, is a non-starter. This race 12, 4th leg in the 2nd heat of solos. Moving into London for race 12. They're all on the Thames, a bit of a problem with the Thames, I think, for race number 12. Everybody very anxious to get away, but looks like we may have a slight problem with the starting gate for race 12. Mark Taylor turns back from the Thames before coming back up into line. move back into London this time for race number 12. Well, there you go. Action, but Mark Taylor leads into that top full of Neil Taylor, trying to come round the outside of the two Taylors, scrapping out as they go in the back straight for the first time. See Rob Fortune's worked his way through into fourth place. Looks like Wayne Barrett's gone through in second place, and Rob Fortune has now moved his way back to the third place. They really bunch up coming out of that first corner, and it's Mark Taylor pushing Wayne Barrett by Neil Taylor. Tremendous scrap between these four, and Barrett has now got round the edge of Taylor, and Neil Taylor now slips back from the third place, relegating Rob Fortune at 4 as Barrett leads the backspin of the last two, but Mark Taylor in second, Neil Taylor in third. It's Rob Fortune in fourth place, 73 Julian Swift is in 5, that's the top 5, but it's Barrett with the advantage, and so Mark Taylor Rob Fortune now moves to the third, relegating Neil Taylor to 4, and Rob Fortune looking for that second place of Mark Taylor, and Neil Taylor trying to come back round the edge of Rob Fortune. Tremendous scrap for second, third and fourth places as Wayne Barrett pulling away to front, and now Rob Fortune trying to slip through on the into Mark Taylor coming off the exit from that pit corner, but Mark Taylor holds a tight line as Barrett leads him on the 4, and Mark Taylor in second, Fortune in third, Neil Taylor in 4, Kinchin in 5, Winterton in 6, that's the top 6, they go to the back straight once again. It is still Wayne Barrett with the advantage then for Mark Taylor in second, Rob Fortune in third, Neil Taylor in 4, Tips in 5, Winterton starting to close the gap in 6th place. They come off that final corner in race number 12 when it's Wayne Barrett picks up his first win of the afternoon for Mark Taylor in second, Rob Fortune in third, Neil Taylor is in 4th, Julian Parr in 5, and Daniel Winterton in 6th place. Race number 12 then, a win for number 23, Wayne Barrett. Second, number 170, Mark Taylor, and third, number 51, Rob Fortune. Then 170, 73, and 16. Winner's time, 1 minute 32.47. 1 minute 32.47. Just to correct that again, a win for 23, second 170, third 51, fourth is 173, and then 73 and 16. Over to Jim for the second leg of the sidecars.
Well, thanks Colin, and indeed the solo competition starting to hot up. Remember, of course, it is 4 qualifying rides into those big finals. We turn our attention to the sidecars for the second time this afternoon, and I think really all the questions to be answered are, have they sorted out the mechanical problems? Gary Jackson goes in this one. Remember, he had problems first time out. Right on the inside, Ian McCauley. He had a third first time out. Richard Thomas knows that he's got to improve on his third. John Hiscock, he had a second place first time out. Starter moves away. To get underway. Richard Thomas a big problem. Well, I think that's a lost chain. Got no momentum off the start at all. Gary Jackson is leading the crews as they go into that first bend, and Dave Steers hit problems as well. So the mechanical gremlins well and truly with us today as we look to see only 3 outfits coming around that second bend. Gary Jackson leads from John Hiscock in second, Ian McCauley and Gareth Bemister in third place. This is much better from Gary Jackson. But disappointment for Richard Thomas and Kevin Williams. Definitely a busted chain on the start line. As we look to that top bend, Gary Jackson and Carl Pugh going much better this time. If we look back through the history books, we know that Gary Jackson and Carl Pugh have favoured the bigger circuits. It's a beautiful sounding engine that Gary Jackson's got. He really does want to drive and keep the speed on. John Hiscock with no answer to him at the moment as they both come around that top bend. And it's going to be into the last lap this time. I think Gary certainly has, whatever changes he's made, he's got the measure of the circuit now, and he doesn't look like being caught. John Hiscock is still scoring well though. He's making it 2 seconds from 2 rides, so 10 points amassed from these 2 rides. As we look to see the checker flag being made ready, and Gary Jackson takes his first win and gets maximum points in his second ride. John Hiscock in second, and Ian McCauley finishing in third. as I can confirm it now as being a win for number 23, Gary Jackson and Carl Pugh. Maximum 7 points for them. In second place, number 184, John Hiscock and Simon Wall. And in third place, Ian McCauley, number 50, and Gary Bemister. 136 exactly, I'm told. 136 exactly. So that's 23, 184 and 50 as we now move on to race 14. A couple of changes here. No Rob Bradley and no Clive Stoneman. So it's 88 Steve Maitland and 52 Andy Robson that come in. Looking at the overall point scoring, of course, we've got another one who had a win first time out. That's Gary and Craig Parmenter. They got maximum 7 points from their first ride. Can they keep it going? Parmenter has made the best of the start. Nudges his way in front. It's all very close at the front of the field, but it is Gary and Craig Parmenter that have got away. So back where they were in their first ride, right out in front of the field, being chased as they go into this second bend. And as they sort themselves out, they come down past me for the second time. It's Myles Simmons that's in second place. Myles Simmons and Dave Hogan. Rob Wilson elected to go the long way round. Andy Robson got through there into second place. So Gary Parmenter now has got to try and get his second back, which he does, and Rob Wilson follows him through as well. Rob Wilson being forced to go wide on Gary Parmenter as they go into this top bend. And again could leave gaps for Andy Robson to get into. But it's Myles Simmons that's got away from the battle that's going on for second. Gary Parmenter still in there battling. He's leaving a gap on the inside. Andy Robson can see it. You can see exactly what happens. Andy Robson gets himself in a second, and then he leaves gaps on the inside, and it's Rob Wilson that's taken advantage. Rob Wilson comes through on the inside and gets himself up into second place. Andy Robson trying to fight back. Now again, he could leave gaps for Gary Parmenter to come through. And Myles Simmons and Dave Hogan lead as they go into the last lap. Rob Wilson getting closer all the time. He's right up behind him in that bottom turn. Can he do the same again on that back straight? He seemed very quick on the inside, but Myles Simmons knows he's there and he responds. Into the last bend they go, and Myles Simmons and Dave Hogan look to be getting maximum points. Rob Wilson closing all the time as he comes up to the finishing flag. And it is going to be second place for it. Andy Robson in third, Craig Parmenter in fourth. So lots of chopping and changing in race 14, but eventually a result and a win for outfit number 9. That of course is Myles Simmons and Dave Hogan. In second place, number 24, Rob Wilson and Ian Whale. Third place, number 52. That's one of our replacements, Andy Robson, that comes in as third place, 52. In fourth place, number 18, Gary Parmenter and Craig Parmenter. In fifth place, number 88, Steve Maitland. The winning time, 1:39 exactly. 1:39 exactly. This one certainly could be an interesting one, because Matt Fumarola, you remember, had a win first time out. So did Paul Whitelam. That's 92 and 5. But John Halsey knows he needs good points from this one. He's been down scoring in his first ride. Made the best of the start. Looks to me like Colin Blackbourn had made a good one. But it's Paul Whitelam that's got to the front as they get into the middle of the bend. Colin Blackbourn is right there with him. As they go down that back straight, you can see that Matt Fumarola is sitting in third, but Paul Whitelam and Kevin Jones are getting away. The rest of the field try to stay with them as they come down past us for the second time. And there's problems once again for John Halsey. Lowe's coming past us. Rob Winterton it is that's in that fourth place, looking for the gaps on the inside of Matt Fumarola. But really the big gap is opening up between first and second. Paul Whitelam and Kevin Jones are really turning it on. They're really getting away. Looking for that second place. Remember, he had a win first time out, so second here will still keep him in the hunt to try and get into that A final. But this is one more lap to go. This is a brilliant ride from Paul Whitelam and Kevin Jones. I keep thinking there's going to be changes in that second place. You can see Rob Winterton has now got closer to Matt Fumarola. That may be the push that Matt Fumarola needs. Just as I say that, you can see that Colin Blackbourn has pulled away. So into the checker flag they come in for race 15. As Paul Whitelam gets a very convincing victory. The official result reads as a win for outfit number 92, his second outing and his second win of the afternoon. Paul Whitelam and Kevin Jones. In second place, number 25, that's Colin Blackbourn and Martin Bailey. Third place, number 5, Matt Fumarola and Andy Wilson. And fourth place, number 48, Rob Winterton and Chris Winterton. The winning time, 1:34.56, 1:34.56, 92, 25, 5 and 48. One is Trevor Colvin goes number 99 instead of Steph Blythe. But really looking at who did what in their first rides is number 74 Duncan Tolhurst and Rob Patterson. They got themselves out in front once again. Now Andy Simmons was having a good ride first time out. He's up in second place at the moment. As those two start to pull away, Ian Liam is trying to stay on terms with them. He's sitting in third place at the moment. But it is Duncan Tolhurst and Rob Patterson, our visiting Australian, that is doing the best of the at the moment into that bottom turn. Simons and Jason Barry still there in second place, but that's getting very, very tight. Ian Lee Amos and Paul Phillips closing right up on them, trying to find a gap on the inside. Have they found one? They look to come through as they come out of that top bend. Andy Simons has now got Matt Tyrrell trying to go through on the inside of him as well. And Matt Tyrrell does find a gap on the inside. He gets himself up into third place. While all that battling's going on, it is Duncan Tolhurst that's going after maximum points. Looking to make it 2 out of 2, and disappointing. I've just realised we should have had Ivor Matthews in this one. So obviously very serious problems in that first ride for Ivor Matthews. So race 16 completes the second leg rides for the Sidecars. A very convincing win, second time out and second win. Maximum points for number 74, Duncan Tolhurst and Rob Patterson. In second place, number 183, Ian Lee Amos and Paul Phillips. In third place, number 96, Matt Tyrrell and Sean Yates. In fourth place, number 93, Andy Simons and Jason Barry. And fifth place there, number 99, Trevor Colvin. 136.81, 136.81, 74, 183, 96, 93 and 99.
Thank you very much, Jim. Back to race 17. Don't forget, use the supplement on the programme for the solos. Race 17. Jeremy Doncaster winner last time out. Paul Cooper's also picked up a win. Wayne Barrett, he's also had a winning ride. Martin Williams has been there or thereabouts. Dave Rumsey, couple of second places. So a quick heat race, number 17. Start of the third leg of the Berks Bonanza solos for 2004. See Paul Cooper right on the outside. Wayne Barrett next to him, Jeremy Doncaster next to him, then Jarrett next to him, going from the out, Dave Rumsey, two from the inside, looks like Mark Woods right on the inside. Red flags up, we're obviously waiting for one rider. I can't see Martin Williams out there at the moment. Martin Williams and Bevan Jarrett also we wait for to come on the track for race number 17. What should be a real cracking race, number 17. Doncaster, Barrett and Cooper all together here on the outside. They've all won races so far this afternoon. Scott Millerton now goes into a different gaining position already at the start for race number 17. Jeremy Doncaster gets the front. On the inside, goes through into third place with Barrett and Cooper, get round the edge of Williams and set about chasing Doncaster. They go in the back straight for the first time. Doncaster leading with Barrett on the inside, second Cooper, the leg carrying style around the outside to move through into that second place position as Doncaster leads and Cooper now up to second, Barrett to third, Williams in fourth, Wood in sixth, Leeson in seventh, Jarrett in eighth, that's the eight as they go in the back straight once again. It's Doncaster well clear in the front from Cooper in that second place position. It's still Wayne Barrett in third, Martin Williams in fourth. Coming off that pits corner once again then, Doncaster pulling away from Cooper in second. Martin Williams in Dave Rumsey in five, Mark Woods in sixth, Scott Millis in seventh, Bevan Jarrett in eighth. As Doncaster looking for his second heat win of the afternoon, clear going down that back straight. Once again Cooper in second, and now Barrett's coming under pressure from Martin Williams. Good scrap developing for that third and fourth position as Doncaster leads them on the fourth. Cooper in second, Williams has got thrown into Barrett to move through into second, third place. Rumsey still in five, Woods in sixth. As the leader, Jeremy Doncaster down the back straight once again. Paul Cooper trying to close the gap in second place. Martin Williams consolidating that third place position as Jeremy Doncaster rides the mid-track coming off that final corner. Jeremy Doncaster wins it. Paul Cooper gets the second. Martin Williams gets the third. Wayne Barrett in fourth. Dave Rumsey in five. Mark Woods in six. Looks like Scott Phillison is going to get the seventh. And Devin Jarrett in 8th place. Race 17, a win for number 6, Jeremy Doncaster. Second, number 11, Paul Cooper. And third, number 52, Martin Williams. Then 23, 10, 2, 71 and 115. Winning time quickest so far. 1 minute 28.04. 1 minute 28.04. No Matt Everton, no Scott Wilson for race 18. In that top front of Mark Shelman, trying to come through on the inside, but Shane Colvin moves on the inside. John Pepper holds that third place position. It's one of the Taylors pushing on. Mark Taylor pushing on in third place, looking for second place. Shelman's on the fourth, Pepper goes wide. Taylor trying to come through on the inside as Colvin leads them. They come to complete the opener from Pepper in second. Taylor again moves back on the inside into second place. Colvin leads it from Taylor in second, Pepper in third. It's Chilman in fourth. They go in the back straight once again. Shane Colvin slowly but surely pulling away from Mark Taylor. John Pepper now coming under pressure from Mark Chilman. That scrap developing for that third and fourth position. It's John Weeks in five as Colvin leads it. Taylor in second, Chilman in third, Pepper comes back to fourth. John Weeks in fifth place. They're a little bit spread out now in race number 18 as they go to the back straight once again. It's still Shane Colvin increasing lead on the time over Mark Taylor in that second place position. It's still Mark Chilman in third. John Pepper now dropping back in fourth. John Weeks is alongside him now as they move on the fourth. The clear advantage. Over Taylor in second. Mick Chilman in third. Pepper just hanging on the fourth. John Weeks gets ever closer up to John Pepper. Got a few points up to turn that fourth place position. as Colvin cleared down the back straight. One more time, clear of Taylor in second place, so it's the second heat winner of the afternoon. Coming up the 42, Shane Colvin. Second is 170 Mark Taylor. Mark Chilman picks up the third. There's a good scrap going on to fourth and fifth. John Pepper trying to coax that bike across the line, and I'll leave that one for lap scorers there between fourth and fifth places. Race 18, a win for number 42, Shane Colvin. Second, number 170, Mark Taylor. And third, number 58, Mark Chilman. Then 3 and 46. Winner's time, 1 minute 29.62. 1 minute 29.62. He won Lewis Denham unbeaten in the opening 2 heats of the heats, the only unbeaten rider so far. He's going towards the middle of the grid and see Tim Kernock on the outside. Rob Fortune got extremely well this afternoon, picking up third and fourth places. Lewis Denham, Thomas Cooper, Vince Kinchin, Jason Newin. Away they go as Lewis Denham on the inside. Crows split on the inside, but Denham goes sweeping round the outside and leads at the back straight the first time. Craig Smith holds the second place, but Vince Kinchin's looking at second place. An inside move is still Craig Smith. Holds it, Thomas Cooper trying to come to Rumsey. Third on Fortune, dropped it on that bottom corner, one trying to get through into second place. There's Denham leading them, then Kinchin in second, Cooper in third, split in third, Durham in 5. Doing in sixth, here's Rob Fortune, has dropped in a big way up. Trying to spectacular action there by Rob Fortune. They've gone extremely well here this afternoon. Red flags are out, red flags are out for race number 19, with Rob Fortune down there on that bottom corner. Really made up a tremendous ground going up that back straight and was looking for the second place on the inside. Came down in a big way. That's desperately bad luck on Rob Fortune, who's been absolutely flying. Rob made a comeback last year in the pre-75s, but is booked for this meeting today and has been really going extremely well, and let's hope he is going to be okay. So it looks as if Rob Fortune's coming out for the restart of race number 19. So everybody goes apart from Richard Smith, who was a non-starter for race 19. Away they go. They're going for the inside line. Vince Kinchin now slips through in the second place as Denham. Legion of the back straight for the first time. Kinchin goes through in the second place. Cooper in third. Fortune is in fourth. Smith in 5. Kernock in 6. Lewis in 7, that's the 7th. They come off that fifth corner for the first time. Lewis Denham leads them for Vince Kinchin, pushing on in second place. Thomas Cooper on the corner once again. Fortune against them, then Taylor, fourth place Richard, then Craig Smith in 5 as they go to the back straight once again. It's Lewis Denham starting to pull away at the front, looking for 3 to 3 in the heats of the 2004 Berks Bonanza. Denham leads it then for Kinchin in second. It's Cooper in third, from Fortune in 4, Smith in 5, Jones on 6. 7. Recently, with every turn of the wheel, Vince Kinchin still holds that second place. Fortune almost got through on the inside. Cooper on that top corner, but Cooper again pulls away, going down the back straight. But nobody can get near Lewis Denham at the moment, as the last lap flag out then for 17-year-old Lewis Denham, looking for his third heat win of the afternoon. From Vince Kinchin, still there in second. Thomas Cooper in third. Rob Fortune in fourth. Craig Smith 5. Tim Kernock 6. Newin in 7. Leader down the back straight once again. Tom got over his shoulder. Tremendous lead for number 81. Lewis Denham is trying to get his shin resident, stop him down. He comes off that final corner. Second flag inside. 3 to 3 for 81 Lewis Denham. Vince Kinchin gets the second. Thomas Cooper is in third. Rob Fortune gets the 4. Craig Smith in 5. Tim Kernock in 6. And Jason Newin in 7th place. Number 81, Lewis Denham. Second, number 8, Vince Kinchin. And third, 153, Thomas Cooper. And 51, 20, 726, and 112. Winner's time, 1 minute 31.07. 1 minute 31.07. Race 20, Scott Broad comes in to replace number 152, Matt Reid. Richard Hall winner first time out. Jamie Rodgers also picked up a winning ride. Neil Taylor got a 4th place in his last outing. 4th and final leg of the 3rd round of solo heats. Scott Broad right in front of me here, Neil Taylor next to him, away they go. Also made a good strong, but Neil Taylor leads him in to that top corner. Richard Hall in 2nd place. Looks like Dave Durham trying to get through on the inside as they move to the back straight once again then. It's Taylor who leads it, but Hall in 2nd. Jamie Rodgers trying to work his way to the field as they go into that pits corner on lap number 1. Taylor leads it. Hall cuts back with a wide line, cuts back for the inside, comes alongside Neil Taylor. There they go with that top corner. 17. Hickman now moves through into 3rd place. It's still Hall who leads it, but Taylor in 2nd. Hickman's in 3rd. Durham is in 4th. Winterton's up to 5. Bickley in 6th. Way back in 7th place. They go into that pit corner once again. Richard Hall looking for 2nd Hickman of the afternoon. Then clear of Neil Taylor in 2nd place. Hickman's up to 3rd. Durham in 4th. Winterton in 5. Bickley 6th. John close gap from Scott Broad back in 8th place. And late to see Jamie Rodgers so far back down the field as a leader down the back straight once again. Richard Hall pulling away from Neil Taylor in that 2nd place position for Hickman in the 3rd. And now Jamie Rodgers starting to gobble up a few places now as they move on to 4 then. Hall leads them from Taylor in 2nd, Hickman in 3rd. Rodgers now moves to 4th, 5. Richard in 6th, Bickley 7th, Broad in 8th. As they go to the back straight once again, Jamie Rodgers moves through into 4th place. Can he pick up any more places with half a lap to go as Richard Hall leads them into that final corner? Neil Taylor hangs on to that 2nd place. Richard Hall gets his 2nd race win of the afternoon. Neil Taylor gets the 2nd. It's Hickman just 3rd, but Rodgers in 4th. Durham is in 5. Winston in 6th. Bickley is in 7th. And we've lost a rider. It looks like Scott Broad has gone down behind the ambulance there over on that back straight on the last lap. Yellow flags are out. And looks very much like Scott Broad has gone down out of their sight behind the ambulance over on that far side of the track. 2nd 173 Neil Taylor. And 3rd number 17 Gary Hickman. Then 7, 47, 16 and 45. Winner's time 1 minute 31.53. 1 minute 31.53. And I'll hand you back to Jim. I think he's got some more news about the sidecars.
Jason Glenie there. I found out that John's got problems with a rattling bottom end, so he daren't risk it. We think that Ivor's done a crank as well, so he won't be going. Now we've just heard that Dave Steer's got gearbox problems, so it really is taking its toll this afternoon. It's tough racing, we know, but really at this time of year they're putting those engines under so much pressure. A lot of big meetings, a lot of big tracks. It's hard racing, as you know. And then on 12 points, number 9. On 11 points, Matt Fumarola. On 10 points, and the significance of this is he goes in this one, number 184, John Hiscock. Alongside him, number 18, Gary Parmenter. So Gary Parmenter and Craig Parmenter on 10 points. Now, if we were looking at final places at the moment, that would be the 6 that would go. Now, they've all got 2 more rides. As you know, we have heard of 1 or 2 mechanical failures in the pits. So these riders still going, no, they've got a chance of getting into the final. A lot of the top point scorers go in this first one in the 3rd leg. Race 21 in your programme. They get underway. Gary Barrett made a good start on the inside, but just on the outside of him is Duncan. He's got to the front as he goes into that first turn. Matt Fumarola trying to go around the outside, and has he gone up into 2nd place? They sort themselves out on the back straight. But Matt Fumarola is very, very close to Duncan. The 3 outfits together in that 3rd, 4th and 5th place. But as they come off the top turn, Duncan and Brett Madison have got the speed on. They move down into that bottom turn. John Hiscock trying to work his way through the field. He's up into 4th place now as he goes wide on that pit bend. Chasing after Gary Parmenter is on the same points, but he's just gone in front of him in this one. Matt Fumarola desperately trying to make sure that Duncan doesn't get away from him. He's staying close to him as he comes off that top turn. Duncan looking to make it 3 out of 3 in very good form this afternoon. Matt from Moda certainly closer to him this time though, as they close coming round that pit bend. Duncan responds, pulls away going up the back straight. Matt from Moda and Andy Wilson have to watch him go into that top bend once again. It was going down this finishing straight that they started to get close and into that mid turn. Duncan certainly has responded, but Matt from Moda able to get close again. Now this looks to be where Duncan gets the speed on a bit quicker. He's lost the drive though. He momentarily lost drive coming out of that bottom turn. Matt from Moda had an opportunity, but the gap is still there. And as they come towards the line, it is Duncan Tollus who's going to make it 3 out of 3. Matt from Moda scores well. Gary Parmenter finishes in 3rd place, and John Hiscock in 4th. A win. 3 in a row for number 74, Duncan Tolhurst and Rob Patterson. In 2nd place, number 5, Matt from Marola and Andy Wilson. In 3rd place, number 18, Gary Parmenter and Craig Parmenter. In 4th place, number 184, John Hiscock, Simon Wall. In 5th place, number 52, that's our addition, Andy Robson. 136.44 was the winning time, 136.44. We expected it to be a rather depleted field. I don't know why we haven't got number 99 Trevor Colvin. I haven't heard anything about that crew at the moment. We know we got problems with Ivor Matthews' machinery, Dave Steers' machinery, and originally, as I say, Steph Blythe was replaced by Trevor Colvin. But sitting in the pits there, Paul Whitelam and Kevin Jones will have watched Duncan Tollhurst make it 3 out of 3. Can they stay with it? Into the first turn they go, they've got themselves in front. As I say, really it will be to keep on level par with Duncan Tollhurst. I'm quickly looking at the next set of races. So the 2 of them could go through to the final with maximum points scored. Whitelam and Kevin Jones know that although it's a depleted field, they want to make sure of maximum points. This will put them quite comfortably in a position that should qualify them for the final. Battle going on for that 2nd place. Ian Woodley and Gareth Bemister have got it at the moment from Andy Simons and Jason Barry. Neither of them too far away from each other. The big gap is between 1st and 2nd. Paul Whitelam and Kevin Jones. Perhaps what we can do in this one is watch the time compared to that of Duncan Tollhurst in race 21. He put up a time of 1:36.4. So we watch to see what Paul Whitelam can do. And he certainly looks to be travelling. He certainly looks to be enjoying the circuit as well. You'll notice when he goes around that bottom turn, a lot of them are losing drive coming out of that bottom turn. Paul Whitelam seems to be able to keep the power on all the time. But it's going to be checkered flag for him this time, and that confirms it to be 3 wins. Outfit number 2, Whitelam and Kevin Jones. Win for outfit number 92. He's getting used to it this afternoon. It's Paul Whitelam and Kevin Jones making it 3 out of 3. In 2nd place, number 50, nearly said it, Ian McCauley and passenger Gareth Bemister, and 3rd place number 93, Andy Simons and Jason Barry. 134.59, 134.59. It was 92, 50 and 93. And Matt Tyrrell is joined by Ron Winterburn, Gary Jackson, no John Halsey, I suspect. Serious rattles for them. Of course, number 88 comes in, that's Steve Maitland. So there will be 5 outfits going in this one. An interesting thing with the overall point scoring, although as I said coming into this 3rd ride, we had 2 outfits on 14 points. We've got 1 on 12, 1 on 11, 2 on 10. There's only 1 on 9 points, then you drop down to 8 points where there's 3 crews. And on 7 points, you you've got two outfits, but of course, when you look at Gary Jackson, that is just from one ride effectively. He didn't score in his first ride. It is Gary Jackson that's made the best of the starts. I mentioned he's only got 7 points, but that was just from one ride. If he can keep this momentum up, there is a chance that he will get into that final. Pugh working hard on the side of that outfit there, trying to keep the drive on. Winterton has gone with him. Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley in third. Watch them go into that pit bend, and Gary Jackson desperately trying to pull away, looking to move Carl around a lot. He pulls himself back onto the back of the machine to give maximum drive coming out of the bends. He's then down the side, try and keep the weight distributed and keep the drive on. Rob Winterton still motoring on in second place, but he's not being able to break that deficit down at all. Richard Thomas still there in third. This will be good points for these two outfits. They'll know that they'll have to score well again in their fourth ride. One more lap to go then for Gary Jackson to keep the pressure on. He's disappointed, of course, that he didn't score in his first ride, but he's made up for it since. A win last time out, and looking to make it a win once again on maximum points from this one. Into the last bend he goes. The speed is certainly on for Gary Jackson and Pugh. As they see the checkered flag this time, this is race 23 in your programme. They get maximum points. Rob Winterton in second, Richard Thomas in third, and Matt Tyrrell finishing in fourth. And it was a win for number 23, that's Gary Jackson and Pugh. Second place goes to number 48, that's the outfit of Rob Winterton and Tristan Winterburn. Third place number 60, Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley. Fourth place number 96, Matt Tyrrell and Sean Yates. And fifth place number 88, Steve Maitland. 134.94 was the winning time. 23, 48, 60, 96 and 88. Well, of course, we've seen Gary Jackson now move on to 14 points from his 3 rides, effectively only scoring in 2. Now we've got Rob Wilson going in this one, he's on 8 points at the moment. Myles Simmons on 12 points, sitting in third place overall. Ian Lee Amos in there as well, he's on 9 points from 2 rides. And Colin Blackbourn, can he do the same as Gary Jackson? He's on 7 points from 2 rides. So, race 24, the last of the third leg ride. Away they go, Rob Wilson have made a much better start this time. They close up going into that first bend, but it is Myles Simmons that's got away. Rob Wilson starting in behind him in that first turn in second place. Colin Blackbourn in third at the moment and Ian Lee Amos in fourth. But it is Myles Simmons and Dave Hogan that have got away. They were on 9 points coming into this ride. Third place overall. Rob Wilson chases after him as he goes into that pit bend for the second time. Anxiously watching whether Rob Wilson can stay with Myles Simmons. He looks to be motoring on. All 4 of these outfits very quick indeed as they come past me. Colin Blackbourn not able to make any impression on Rob Wilson. He's closed the gap, but I think there's more to keep away from Ian Amos in that fourth place. Now is Rob closer? He looks certainly to get closer in the exits of the bends. And as things start to change at the back, Ian Lee Amos having a go for that third place. Just one more lap to go, you kind of think that it's not going to stay as it is. As Rob Wilson again has got close to Myles Simmons. Myles reacts once again though, pulls away down the back straight. Now watch for that third place. Ian Lee Amos looking to make a challenge on Colin Blackbourn. Goes in very quickly into that last bend. Has he got a line on the inside? He wants to see the checkered flag go, and Myles Simmons gets maximum points. Rob Wilson in second. Close for third, but I think Colin Blackbourn did manage to hang on to it. The last of the qualifying third leg rides is a win for number 9, that's Myles Simmons and Dave Hogan. Second place, number 24, Rob Wilson and Ian Whale. Third place, number 25, Colin Blackbourn and Paul Whitelam Jr. And fourth place, number 183, Ian Lee Amos and Paul Phillips. 135.47 was the winning time, 135.47.
Thank you very much, Jim. And it's those the final 4 qualifying races. Race 25, delete number 5, Matt Etherington. Delete number 74, Scott Wilson. Non-starters for race 25. Jamie Rodgers first up to the gate. Has scored pretty heavily so far this afternoon. This, of course, the leg when those that haven't scored the best of points will be looking to get big points out of these 4th qualifying rounds. Jamie Rodgers already had 1 win. Vince Kinchin got a couple of second places. Mark Taylor's had a couple of seconds in a 3rd place. So just these 6 runners then for race number 25. Mark Taylor going right to the inside grid. Vince Kinchin in front of me on the outside. Jamie Rodgers next to him, 1 to the outside. Vince Kinchin makes a good start. Jamie Rodgers Mark Taylor gets the corner, confers Vince Kinchin, sweeps round the outside. Jamie Rodgers trying to follow him round the outside. He's alongside Taylor and Rodgers. Now moves to in the 2nd place as Kinchin leads from Rodgers in 2nd. Taylor in 3rd, Woods in 4th. That's the top 4. Vince calling for the complete yoga. Vince Kinchin, look at his first race win of the afternoon under pressure. But Jamie Rodgers they go in. Kinchin on the outside, Rodgers on the inside. Stop Taylor holding and watching brief in 3rd. Rodgers trying to slip through on the inside of Kinchin. But Kinchin's got that quicker line round the outside. 3 bikes between them as they dive into that pits corner once again. Kinchin's gone wide again. Rodgers comes to the inside. They're together coming out of that pits corner. With Rodgers taking that tight inside line. Kinchin again sweeps back round the outside. Woods is in 3rd. Scott Phillips in 5. That's the top 5 as they go in the back straight once again. And while I was watching the back markers, Jamie Rodgers has slipped through on the inside. Vince Kinchin up on that top corner. And Rodgers now leads it then. Vince Kinchin in 2nd. Mark Taylor in 3rd. Woods holds the 4th place position as Rodgers leads them. Leading out in 2nd place. Taylor in 3rd. Woods in 4th. They go up the back straight once again. Then Jamie Rodgers slowly but surely pulling away from Vince Kinchin in 2nd. Mark Taylor holds to 3rd. Mark Woods in 4th place. Scott Phillips in 5. Lewis in 6th. Jamie Rodgers leads them on the last lap then. From Kinchin in 2nd place. Mark Taylor in 3rd. Getting a little bit spread out now. It's race number 25 as the leader leads back straight for the final time then. Rodgers leads it well, clear of Vince Kinchin in 2nd place. Mark Taylor in 3rd. Coming off that final corner into 2nd race but of the afternoon for number 7. Jamie Rodgers, he wins it. Vince Kinchin gets the 2nd place from Mark Taylor in 3rd. Mark Woods in 4th. Scott Finlayson in 5. And Jason Newitt in 6th place.
This dirty one. This big dirty one.
Race 25, it was a 5-lapper. Many of you probably noticed that he actually did 5 laps. So in for number 7, Jamie Rodgers. 2nd, number 8, Vince Kinchin. And 3rd, number 170, Mark Taylor. Then 2:71 and 1:12. 1 minute 52 was the time for 5 laps. Race 26. Scott Broad should be out to replace Matt Reber. Of course, Scott had that nasty fall the last time out, so may well not be out in action for race number 26. Rob Fortune, right away for to move into line for race 26. So Rob Fortune comes to the outside grid then for race number 26 alongside Neil Taylor, Sean Bickley in the middle, Dave Durham towards the inside. Neil Taylor's not with him, but it's Dave Durham, Rob Fortune who swept round the outside and leads to the back straight for the first time. He's swallowed up there by Dave Rumsey coming through on the inside. Mark Chilman's come through on the inside, and so has Neil Taylor. Rob Fortune back in 4th place, Dave Durham in 5, up the top 5 of these 3. And that's it, was 2 rounds of drops on that bottom corner. As Rumsey leads it, Red flags around, 2 riders down on the bottom corner. Red flags around straight away upon that top corner. As we've got. So we wait to see who comes out for the restart of race number 26. Still waiting for 45 and 47, the 2 riders that went down. We don't know from the infield whether anybody else has been excluded, so it looks as if they're going to go without both of those riders for race 26 restart. Away they go. Looking to squeeze around the outside of Mark Chilman, slips through into that 3rd place position as Dave Rumsey leads him ever back straight for the first time. Then Neil Taylor in 2nd, Mark Chilman in 3rd, Rob Fortune 4, John Pepper in 5. That's the 5 as they stream into that pits corner on lap number 1. Dave Rumsey looks on the inside, he's pulling away. Then Neil Taylor in 2nd place, Chilman on to 3rd. Pepper in 5 down the back straight on lap 2 of race number 26 restart. Mark Chilman making a move through on the ins of Neil Taylor, who seemed to make a mistake, or has he got machine problems up in that top corner? Mark Chilman has slipped through into that 2nd place where they're getting Neil Taylor to 3rd as they complete 2 this time. Then Dave Rumsey, your clear leader from Mark Chilman in 2nd, Neil Taylor in 3rd, John Pepper up to 4. Looks as if Rob Fortune's got machine problems in 5. He's ridden extremely well this afternoon. I think he's actually got a puncture, in fact, in the back there, Rob Fortune. As we see Dave Rumsey into that pits corner once again with Chilman in 2nd, Taylor in 3rd, Pepper in 4th, Fortune coasting round in 5th place. They go on to lap 4 this time with Dave Rumsey, the clear leader. Rob Chilman in 2nd, Neil Taylor in 3rd, John Pepper in 4th, Rob Fortune slowing up in 5th place. As Dave Rumsey down the back straight then, 40 for the time, increasingly on the time over Mark Chilman in that 2nd place position. Neil Taylor in 3rd. So it's winning race number 26 for Dave Rumsey. 2nd is Mark Chilman. 3rd place goes to Neil Taylor. 4th is John Pepper. Race 26 and a win for number 10, Dave Rumsey. 2nd number 58, Mark Chilman, and 3rd 173, Neil Taylor. Then 3 and 51. Winner's time 1 minute 32.59. 1 minute 32.59.